Hello everyone, this is Al Red Sox Fan coming to you from Al Red Sox Fan YouTube channel. Hope all is well. We're going to bring you some PC replay baseball and continue with our series between the 1919 Chicago White Sox and the 1975 Cincinnati Reds. Best of 7. The 1919 White Sox, who lost or threw the World Series against the Reds, will take another crack at Cincinnati. However, this time it is the big red machine of the 1975 World Series champs. The Reds look to close things off here at Comiskey Park. The 75 Reds, the big red machine, lead the series 3-1. I will be playing as the 1919 Chicago White Sox. For the Cincinnati Reds, without any further ado, Pete Rose will lead things off at third base, followed by Ken Griffey in right field. Batting third, playing second, Joe Morgan. The cleanup hitter doing the catching, Johnny Bench. Batting fifth at first base, Tony Perez. In left field, batting sixth, George Foster. Cesar Geronimo is in center, batting seventh. At short, batting eighth, the smooth fielding Davey Concepcion. Batting ninth, up on the bump for the Reds, trying to close out the series, Jack Billingham. For our beloved 1919 Chicago White Sox, Nemo Leibold lead things off in right field. Eddie Collins bats second, plays second. Buck Weaver at third, bats third. The cleanup hitter, the shoeless one, Joe Jackson in left. Chick Gandel at first, bats fifth. Happy Felch in center, bats sixth. Batting seventh, doing the catching, Ray Schalk. At short, batting eighth, Swede Risberg. Lefty Williams tries to hold off elimination. He will do the pitching and bat ninth for the 1919 White Sox. To Comiskey Park we go, and Charlie Comiskey is chomping on that cigar in the owner's booth. So, Lefty Williams on the mound. For defensive range, 51 error. Behind the plate, Ray Schalk, 5 range, 5 arm, 35 error. Catcher, you want the higher range number, so the 5 is good. In the infield, you want the lower range number. Chick Gandel's a 164 at first. Eddie Collins a 153 at second. Very, very good to outstanding on the right side. On the left side, the shortstop Swede Risberg, 231, and Buck Weaver at third, 236. In left field, shoeless Joe Jackson, 4 range, 4 arm, 51 error. In the outfield, you want the higher range number. Happy Felch is a 4 range, 5 arm, 36 error in center. Nemo Leibold, 3 range, 4 arm, 22 error in right. Jack Dawson is here at Comiskey. Check out that wonderful YouTube channel. For dice rolls, the red 1 and 2 are better for the pitcher. Better chance for the out. The red dice roll of 3 and 6, better for the batter. Better chance for a hit. A red 4 is infield defense, and a red 5 is pitcher control. Again, it depends on how good the pitcher and hitter are. So if you have a lousy hitter, you can hit the 3 column or the 6 column. Chances of them getting a hit are still poor. Likewise with a lousy pitcher. Lefty Williams on the mound. He'll face Rose, Griffey, and Morgan of the Reds. Pete Rose in the series batting 333 with 2 ribbies. Switch hitter batting righty. Williams looks in at Schalk. Here's the pitch to Charlie Hustle. Ground ball to Chick Gandel. He has it. Takes it to the bag himself. 1 down. Good start for Lefty Williams. Remember, the White Sox have to win to stay in. Ken Griffey at the plate, 294 with no ribbies. Left-handed batting right fielder. Williams is ready. He rocks and deals to Griffey. Swing and a miss. Spotted that fastball nicely on the inside corner, tying up Griffey. 2 outs, base is empty for little Joe Morgan. Reds second baseman, bats lefty, 286 with 3 ribbies. He's also walked 5 times, struck out twice. Williams and the White Sox looking for a 1-2-3 inning. He rocks and deals to Morgan. Morgan with a 5. If he gets a 4 or higher, it's a hit. And making the diving catch in right is Nemo Leibold, robbing Morgan of a single on the sinking line drive. 1-2-3. Go the Reds, to the joy of Charlie Comiskey and the fans here in Chicago. Bottom of the first, due up for the White Sox. Leibold, who just made that outstanding catch. Collins and Weaver. On the mound, Jack Billingham, 3-range, 66 error. Behind the plate, Johnny Bench, 5-range, 6-arm, 44 error. Billingham in 1975 was 15-10 with a 4.11 ERA, 1.43 WHIP. Tony Perez is at first, average range with a 3, 46 error. Joe Morgan outstanding at second, 1-range, 54 error. Concepcion's a 146 up the middle, so they're very strong up the middle, the Cincinnati Reds. Pete Rose a 335 at third. George Foster, 5-range, 5-arm, 62 error and left. That's outstanding. Geronimo, 5-range, 5-arm, 53 error in center. Again, outstanding. Ken Griffey in right, 3-range, 3-arm, 25 error. So he will muff the ball on occasions. Here's Nemo Leibold, 235 with a ribby. Left-handed batter to face the right-handed hurler, Jack Billingham. The pitch to Leibold. Power column, deep fly ball to right. Griffey going back, and he makes the catch at the warning track. 1 down. Eddie Collins steps to the plate. Second baseman, left-handed stick, 250 with a ribby. The pitch from Billingham to Collins. Collins loops it towards center. Geronimo on his horse. Can he make the catch? Cesar Geronimo, only a 6, and he makes the diving catch on the looper. 2 down. Base is empty for Buck Weaver, 267, no ribbies. Switch hitter, batting lefty. Bench goes through the sign, sets the target. The pitch to Buck Weaver. And that's a pop-up right side. Morgan calls for it, and the side is retired. No score after 1. Reds lead the series 3-1, best of 7. Top of the second, due up for the 75 Big Red Machine. Bench, Perez, and Foster to face lefty Williams. Johnny Bench batting .222 and 4 ribbies. Bench awaits the Williams offer. Pitch inbound. Bench. Foul tip. Strike 3 held on by Schalk. 1 out. Williams is now struck out 2. Williams has been very good in this series so far. Here's Tony Perez, first baseman for the Reds, .222 and a ribby. Digs in the right-hander's batter's box. Schalk goes through the signs. Williams is ready. He kicks and deals. Perez bounces it towards Eddie Collins. That's a 12. Collins having trouble with the ball. And he boots it. Perez reaches on the error. Eddie Collins can never get the handle. Costly error. You don't want to give the Big Red Machine extra outs. 1 out, 1 on for George Foster. 313 with 2 ribbies. He's walked 3 times, struck out 5 times. White Sox playing for 2 in the infield. That's what they hope will come off the bat of Foster. Schalk wiggles the fingers. Williams is ready to work. Pitch inbound to Foster. 42. Grounder to Risberg. His only play is to first, as he had to charge the chopper. Advancing to second is Perez. 2 outs. Perez in scoring position. Top of the second. No score. Game 5. Reds lead the series. Best of 7, 3-1. Cesar Geronimo, the 7 batter. Outstanding series so far. 438 and 3 ribbies. The pitch to Geronimo. Left-handed stick. Geronimo walks. So good job by Geronimo. 2 outs, 2 on. Base action. Possible wild pitch. Can Schalk block it? And he does. Lefty Williams, you'd have to... I don't think he throws a wild pitch because he can't roll higher than a 6. Good job by Schalk. Perez stays put at second. Geronimo stays put at first. Stepping back in the box, the number 8 batter, Concepcion, 273 with a walk. With a ribby, excuse me. He's walked 4 times. Do you walk Concepcion to get to Billingham? But the bases would be loaded. He's 2 for 3 in the series. So maybe not. We're going to pitch to Davey. 23. And he singles to right. Possible error by Leibold. Oh, boy. And he's going to boot the ball. Perez scores. Will they waive Geronimo? No, they hold him. 1-0 Reds. Another questionable, iffy play by a Chicago fielder in this series. Billingham batting .667, 2 for 3. The pitch to Jack. 7. Pops up. And the inning is over. Collins makes the play at second. 2 errors so far for the White Sox in this game. And 1 has cost them a run. 1-0, bottom of the second. 19-19 Pale Holes trail. It'll be Shoeless Joe Jackson, Chick Gandel, and Happy Felch to face Jack Billingham. He's spotted a run. Shoeless Joe Jackson, 267 with a ribby. Digs in the left-hander's batter's box. Bench sets the target. Billingham deals to Jackson. Jackson, grounder to second. Morgan flips to Perez, 1 down. Here's Chick Gandel. 2 ribbies, only batting .200 though. The pitch to Chick. Gandel sends it out to right. Griffey makes the catch, 2 away. Base is empty. Happy Felch, 4 ribbies, 375. Felch, 7 homers in 1919. That was a decent number back in the day. Bench wiggles the fingers. Billingham quickly nods his head. He rocks and deals to Happy Felch. Felch with a 55. Ken Griffey on the move, trying to make the catch. Kenny, we shall see. He needs a 1. He can't get there. It will drop in. Happy Felch is the tying run at first. Keeps the inning alive for Ray Schalk. Schalk, a decent hitting catcher in the season. Actually pretty good at 282. But in this series, only 154. On deck is Risberg. Risberg had a decent hot start, but his bat's cooled off. They need something here from Schalk. He awaits the Billingham offering. Pitch inbound. Ray Schalk sends it to Concepcion at short. He should make the play. Over to Perez, and the side is retired. The 2-out single doesn't hurt. Top of the third, 1-0 Reds. Reds lead the series 3-1. Look to close it out here in Chicago. Charlie Comiskey chopping on his cigar, unhappy with his ball club. Lefty Williams back up on the bump. Top of the order for the Reds of 1975. Rose, Griffey, and Morgan. Pete's 0 for 1. The pitch to Charlie Hustle. 38. Grounds it to Weaver. Across the diamond to Chick Gandel. 1 out. Here's Ken Griffey. Struck out his first time up. The pitch to Griffey. Griffey bangs it to Weaver. Weaver. And he charges it. Griffey hustling down the line. Weaver needs a 1 or a 6 to get him out. And what a stretch by Chick Gandel. And they just nip Ken Griffey, 2 down. Nice play by Weaver and Chick Gandell. Base is empty, 2 outs for Joe Morgan. Morgan flew out to right. 1-0 Reds. The pitch to little Joe Morgan. Morgan power column. Swing and a miss on the hanging breaking pitch. Oh boy, Lefty Williams got away with one there. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0, 75 Reds. Due up for the Pale Hose of 1919, a.k.a. the Black Sox. Risberg, Williams in the top of the order. Nemo Leibold. Swede Risberg had a hot start to the series, but his bat has cooled off. 231 with 2 ribbies. Billingham picks up the sign from bench. The windup and the pitch to Risberg. Risberg will ground it to Morgan. That is a 12. Possible error. Morgan having trouble with the ball, but he's a solid fielder, and he will bobble it, throws low. Perez scoops it out of the dirt, 1 away. Morgan stuck with it for out number 1 in the bottom of the third. Striding to the plate, Lefty Williams, who bats righty. Williams 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout in his first pitching appearance. The pitch to lefty from Billingham. Power column. And he grounds it to Morgan. Possible error again. Morgan having trouble at second. Knocks it down. Flips to Perez, 2 down. So he's having trouble, but he's making the plays. Base is empty. Top of the order, Nemo Leibold, 0 for 1. Flew out to Griffey. In right. Leibold asks for time. It is granted. He steps out of the box. Now he steps back in. Billingham looking for a 1-2-3 inning. The leg kick and the delivery. Leibold, 34. He walks after battling some tough pitches and fouling them off. He's at first. 2 outs. Inning stays alive for Eddie Collins. The pitch to Eddie Collins, 0 for 1. Collins pops it up, left side. Pete Rose waits for it to come down, and the side is retired. We go to the top of the fourth. 1-0 Cincinnati Reds. Reds lead the series 3-1, best of 7. They want to close it out. Charlie Kaminsky is going insane in the owner's box for the White Sox. Bench Perez and Foster to face Lefty Williams. Johnny Bench struck out. He's 0 for 1. The pitch to Bench. Grounds it to Weaver. Over to Gandell. 1 out. That will bring up the Reds' first baseman, Tony Perez. He reached on the error by Eddie Collins. Perez, right-handed stick. Williams looks in at Shaw, nods his head. The slow windup and the delivery to Perez. Perez bangs it to Buck Weaver, charges, fires to Chick Gandell, rinse and repeat. 2 down. World's Worst Gamer has joined us here at Comiskey. Hope all is well. How you doing? Base is empty. 2 outs for George Foster. Speak softly, carry a big boomstick. Foster is 0 for 1, grounded to Risberg. Williams deals quickly to Foster. Foster with a 12, and that is a single right back up the middle through the wickets. The inning stays alive for Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo walked his first time up. Again, he's batting .438 with 3 ribbies. Williams rubs up the baseball. Now he's back up on the hill. Peeks to first. Now looks in at Shock. Sidearm delivery to Geronimo. Geronimo swings, and he slaps it to center field. Foster hits second and puts the brakes on. As Happy Felch comes up firing to third. 2 outs, 2 on. The number 8 batter, Davey Concepcion. This is deja vu all over again. We have to face this again. He singled, and Leibold muffed the ball in right that allowed the run to score. I don't think that was an earned run. Let's just quickly go to the box score real quick. No, it's not an earned run. It was a single, but the runner would not have scored from second. But Leibold did muff the ball in right. Again, do we want to walk the bases loaded? I think not. The pitch to Concepcion. It's a tough pitch. He's going to loop it out towards center field. Happy Felch racing in. Can he make the catch? He goes into the dive. He needs a 4 or higher, and he can't get there. He smothers the ball. Oh no, he does get there. My faux pas. It's a 2. What the hell was I looking at? As Happy and the Cincinnati dugout is protesting, they say he trapped it, but the man in blue puts his arm up, denying the Reds a second run. A standing ovation for Happy Felch by the fans here at Comiskey. I don't know what I was looking at, but it's a 2 and you are out, son. 4, 5, or 6, it would have dropped in. It was a 2. What a catch by Happy Felch. Bottom of the 4th, 1-0 Cincinnati. Let me smell this. It's water. It's water, folks. Jack Billingham, trying to nurse this 1-run lead, will face Buck Weaver, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and Chick Gandell. Weaver popped to second. The pitch to Bucky. Weaver. Oh, he is hit by the pitch. Weaver really didn't move. Gladly jogs down to first. Now bring up Shoeless Joe Jackson. We're going to play hit and run. Jackson, 31. It's a double to center field. Weaver should score on this, and he does. The hit and run works to perfection. We had Shoeless Joe Jackson at the plate, and he laces one over Geronimo's head. Scoring all the way from first was Buck Weaver. He was off and running on the pitch. 1-1. Shoeless Joe Jackson gets his first ribby, second ribby of this series. Now his average goes up to 294. No outs. Chick Gandell has struggled with the 188 average. Does have 2 ribbies. On deck, Happy Felch. We're going to bunt. Gandell squares. He puts the bunt down. Perez will field it. Can he make the play? God. Oh, Perez goes to Rose, who tags out Shoeless Joe Jackson. So Chick Gandell poops himself. And we cannot advance the go-ahead run to third. 1 out. Gandell at first for Happy Felch. You know we're going to get the deep fly ball now. We're going to play hit and run with Felch with 1 out. 24. And there's the fly ball to right. Griffey catches it. Gandell racing back. Griffey throws to first. And Gandell just gets back in safely. 2 outs, base is empty. Runner at first. For the catcher, Ray Schalk. Oh, Chick Gandell could not put the sac bunt down. Nice play by Perez to go to Rose to wipe out Shoeless Joe Jackson. The pitch to Ray Schalk. He's 0 for 1. He grounded to Concepcion. Schalk bangs it to Concepcion again, who calmly fires to Perez. The side is retired, but the White Sox tie it up on the hit-and-run double by Shoeless Joe Jackson, scoring Buck Weaver. Top of the 5th, knotted at 1. Reds lead the series 3-1, best of 7. Reds win. It's done. Chicago must win to play another day. It's going to be Billingham, Rose, and Griffey in this 1-1 tie to face Lefty Williams. Williams deals to his counterpart, Jack Billingham. Billingham swings the stick, and he singles to left. Jack Billingham is having quite a good series at the plate, now batting .600. Pete Rose is 0 for 2. White Sox playing for 2 in the infield. The pitch to Charlie Hustle, switch hitter batting righty. Rose with a 64. It's a single to center. Billingham goes first to third as Felch throws it back into the infield. Reds threaten to retake the lead after Chicago tied it in the bottom of the 4th. No outs for Griffey. Will play for 2. Hopefully we get a pop-up or a strikeout. Lefty Williams has a word with Schalk. Schalk back behind the plate. Sets the target. The pitch to Ken Griffey. Big moment here for the Reds. That ball is hit to Chick Gandell, 26. Hard shot down the line. Gandell goes into the dive. And he'll pop up, throw to Risberg, but they can't turn 2. The run scores from third. So it is 2-1. The Reds retake the lead. Chick Gandel denies the double, try to go for the double play, but they get the force at second. Griffey picks up the ribby. He's at first due to the fielder's choice. 1 out, 1 on, Joe Morgan. 0 for 2, a fly out and a strikeout. Williams nods his head. The pitch to little Joe Morgan. Morgan, 48. Comebacker to Williams. Williams to Risberg. Oh, let's see if can we turn 2. No! Morgan beats the relay throw. Lefty Williams a little slow getting it to Risberg, who was coming across the bag. He had to wait for it, and that delay allows Morgan to beat the double play ball out. Inning stays alive for the dangerous Johnny Bench. Bench only batting .200, but does have 4 ribbies. He's 0 for 2 today. Morgan will be off on contact. Williams and the White Sox down by 1. The pitch to Johnny Bench. Bench, 34, and he doubles to right. Will Morgan score? Will Morgan score? Will they wave him? It looks like they're going to wave him, and he scores. And the Boo Birds are out here at Comiskey Park. Charlie Comiskey has just thrown his cigar down and is stomping on it. It's now 3-1 Reds, so as soon as the White Sox tie it up, the Reds come back so far with 2 in the top of the 5th, threatening with 2 outs. Bench at second, they're looking for more, and Tony Perez comes to the plate. Perez is 0 for 2. On deck, George Foster doesn't get easier for Lefty Williams. The pitch to TP Tony Perez. Perez, this could be another hit as he loops it towards left. He needs a 6. Racing in and laying out and making the diving catch is shoeless Joe Jackson as he shows the men in blue the ball. Out number 3, but the Reds pick up 2 as we go to the bottom of the 5th. 1975 Cincinnati Reds 3. Coming up, the 1919 White Sox 1. It'll be Risberg, Williams, and then the top of the order, Nemo Lebold. Will they pinch hit for Lefty Williams? The pitch to the Swede, who's 0 for 1. Risberg swings the stick. Oh, he held up! He held up! Johnny Bench doesn't like the call on the 3-2, but it's ball 4. Tying run comes to the plate. And Lefty Williams, he's going to sack. He squares. Bunts it back to Billingham. Billingham will take the sure out at first. Perez was charging, so Billingham flips to Joe Morgan on the wheel play. 1 out, advancing to second is Risberg. Top of the order, Nemo Lebold. Flown out to right and walked. The pitch to Nemo. He needs to get a big hit here, but instead he'll bang it to Concepcion. That is a 12. Concepcion, a very good fielder. Will he make the error? Yes, he does! It's a high roll. He boots the ball, kicks the infield dirt in disgust. And here come the White Sox, to the joys of the fans here at Comiskey. Is the wind blowing the White Sox way now? Tying run at first in Lebold. Go ahead run at the plate and cocky Eddie Collins. Collins 0 for 2. The pitch to the cocky one. Collins swings the stick. 18. And he doubles down the right field line. Lebold hits third base. Will they wave him? Here's the throw. It won't be in time. It is a 3-3 ball game. Unbelievable. Cocky Eddie Collins laces one down the right field line, and by the time Ken Griffey digs it out and fires it back towards the plate, oh, holy cow, maybe we go to third on this. No, we don't. So Collins stays at second. But Eddie Collins with a huge double, as Smelly Wrestling Geek, my legal counsel, has joined us at Comiskey. Once again, thank you very much. You're very kind to the channel, Smelly Wrestling Geek. I greatly appreciate all your time, when you come and join us in the chat. And my God, your generosity with the super chats, thank you very much. 1 out, go ahead run at second. Eddie Collins, Buck Weaver at the plate. 0 for 1, pop out. And he has a nice welt on his back by being hit by a pitch. Billingham deals to Buck Weaver. Weaver grounds it to Concepcion. He'll fire to first for out number 2. Collins stays put at second. But here's Shoeless Joe Jackson, 1 for 2. The hit and run double knocked in the first White Sox run. Can the Shoeless one give the Pale Hose the lead? Billingham peeks over his shoulder. Collins will be off on contact. Collins clapping his hands, taking the lead at second. Billingham, he seems nervous. The pitch to Shoeless Joe Jackson. Rare play. Will it be the dreaded dribbler to the mound? 4. The dribbler to the mound. They really got to change that. Speed. If it's 4 and under, he's safe. He beats it out. Infield hit for Shoeless Joe Jackson. The go-ahead run moves 90 feet away as Eddie Collins stands at third. Collins doubled in 2 runs to tie the game. 2 outs. Runners on the corners for a very angry man, Chick Gandel. The pitch to Chicky. Gandel grounds it to Perez. It's an 8. He should make the play unassisted. And he does. The White Sox tie it, but cannot take the lead as they leave runners on the corners. The clutch hit, though, by Eddie Cocky Collins. Top of the 6th, knotted at 3. The White Sox will not go away. Cleve Baseball Fan 879 has joined us. Check out that wonderful channel. Our good friend Tim. Subscribe. Do all that good stuff. Very, very good channel. For the 75 Reds, Foster, Geronimo, and Concepcion to face Lefty Williams. The game is tied once again. The last time the Pale Hose tied it, the Reds came right back and bludgeoned in 2 runs. Here's the pitch to Silent George Foster, 1 for 2. His one hit was a single. Foster, swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. He chased out of the zone. The 5 column is pitcher's control. Foster couldn't control himself, though, as he went fishing. 1 out for Cesar Geronimo. He's 1 for 1. His one hit was a single. Prior at bat, before the single, was a walk. Geronimo steps in the left-hander's batter's box. Lefty-lefty matchup. Schalk sets up inside. The pitch to Geronimo. Geronimo with an 11, and he slaps it up the middle. His hot bat continues to be in fuego as he's now batting .500. Go-ahead run at first in the speedy Geronimo. He looks to steal. Can he get it? No! As he just barely gets back. Here's Davey Concepcion. He's batting .308. On deck, Jack Billingham, the pitcher, batting .600. White Sox playing for 2 in the infield. The pitch to the smooth fielding Davey Concepcion. Can he do it with the stick? 33 power column. Boy, did he miss a fat fastball. Pops it straight up in the air. Right side, Eddie Collins waiting for it to come down. And the cocky one snares it for out number 2. Jack Billingham, who is 1 for 2. Actually, he is, what am I saying? He is 2 for 3. No, he's 1 for 2. He popped out to second, excuse me. And he singled. The pitch to Jack Billingham. That's a 7. That's another single up the middle. Unbelievable. He batted .108 in the regular season. He's now batting over .600. Geronimo looking to try to take third. Here's a throw by Felch. Weaver applies the tag, and Geronimo is out. There is no parachute for Geronimo. Comiskey goes insane. We go to the bottom of the 6th, still knotted at 3. The fans wishing, hoping, wanting, and praying for a Game 6. The 75 Reds lead the series 3-1. But it's 3-3 here in Game 5. Bottom of the 6th, Felch, Schalk, and Risberg. Felch just made that unbelievable throw to Bucky Weaver, who applied the tag to wipe out Geronimo at third. Felch 1 for 2. The pitch to the happy one. Billingham deals. Ground ball to Rose. Charging. Felch is safe 2 through 5. And Felch beats it out. Rose's throw is too late. On the slow chopper to the left side. Felch at first. Ray Schalk comes to plate. Risberg on deck. We're going to play hit and run with Schalk. Here's the pitch. 25. Fly ball to center. Geronimo will wing it to first. And no! Holy cow. 5 and under. It would have been a double play. Felch just barely gets back. Geronimo and Perez thought they had him, and so did Sparky Anderson in that Reds dugout. The pitch to Swede Risberg. 0 for 1 with a walk. Risberg, 46. And a leaping catch by Davy Concepcion, robbing the single, quickly diving back as Felch at first. As that was a righty-righty matchup. Had it been a left-handed batter, it's a single. But the righty-righty matchup, it's a leaping catch by the shortstop. 2 outs for lefty Williams. The pitch to lefty. Williams with a 6. Shallow fly ball to left. Foster makes the catch. The side is retired. Top of the 7th. 3-3 is where we stand here at Comiskey. Game 5. Reds lead the series 3-1. Best of 7. Lefty Williams back up on the bump. He'll face the top of this big red machine order. Rose, Griffey, and Morgan. The pitch to Charlie Hustle, who is 1 for 3. Rose will walk. 5 column, pitcher's control. Go ahead run at first. Ken Griffey has struck out, grounded out, and knocked in a run on a fielder's choice. White Sox playing for 2 in the infield. Williams looks to first, now in at Schalk, sets the target, the pitch to Griffey. Griffey will strike 3 looking. Breaking pitch, gets the outside corner. Great job by Schalk framing it. Lefty Williams gets a boost, can face 7 more batters. And boy, the White Sox need that. All hands on deck, though, for the White Sox. It's an elimination game. 1 out, 1 on for little Joe Morgan. He's hitless. The pitch to Morgan. Morgan grounds it to Risberg. That's a 19. Diving attempt. The ball goes off Risberg's glove and into center field. Rose stops at second. 1 out, 2 on for Johnny Bench. Bench doubled in a run. He has 5 ribbies in the series. White Sox hoping for the double play. Schalk goes out and sets the defense. Now he steps back behind the plate, squats down, sets the target. Williams deals to Johnny Bench. Power column 12. It could be bippity boppity boom 2 through 6. This ball is gone. Johnny Bench laces it to left center, and the Reds take a 6-3 lead on the bippity boppity boom to the moon by Johnny Bench. You remember him on the baseball bunch, don't you? To the moon, Alice, to the moon. Boom goes the ball, and Johnny Bench and those Reds touched them all. Joy and jocularity in that Cincinnati dugout. Sparky Anderson is a happy camper. It's now 6-3, the Big Red Machine. And Lefty Williams is done for the day. I don't know if the White Sox have another comeback in them. So Lefty Williams is done. We're going to go with, what we got here? Righty, righty, lefty. Wilkinson's going to come in. Doesn't strike out too many. Control's not that good, but he'll face Perez with 1 out. Base is empty, 6-3. Reds, Wilkinson. 22 innings pitched, 1-1 with a 2.05 ERA, 1.41 WHIP. The pitch from Roy Wilkerson to Tony Perez. That's going to be a ball hit towards center, racing towards the gap, and Felch can't get there. It's going to be a double for Tony Perez. The Boo Birds are out. Charlie Comiskey, excuse me. His head down muttering to himself curse words. The pitch to Foster. Silent George with a 40 on the one column. Grounds it to short. Risberg looks Perez back. But now Perez takes off as he throws to first for out number 2. Perez stands safely at third. Gutsy base running by Tony Perez. Here's Cesar Geronimo. Geronimo, 2 for 2, 2 singles and a walk. He's a lefty. Concepcion on deck. Do we go to Dickie Kerr now? Here comes Dickie Kerr. Kerr got racked in his start. He gets a bonus on the 3 column because he comes in relief, and it's a lefty-lefty matchup. The pitch from Kerr to Geronimo. It's a dribbler. Pouncing on it is Schock. He throws a Chick Gandel, scoring at home, 2-3, and the side is retired. But the 3-run homer by Johnny Bench gives the Reds a 6-3 lead. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Do the White Sox have another charge in them? They're going to have to win this to stay in it. They trail the best of 7, 3-1. Billingham now with a 3-run lead. He's retired 2 leads. Can he hold the 3rd? Back up on the bump. He'll face the top of this White Sox order. Liebold, Collins, and Weaver. The pitch to Nemo Liebold. 24. And Liebold works a walk. White Sox desperately need base runners. Here's the pitch. Oh, they're going to call a balk. And will it be a balk? Yes, moving to second is Liebold. They say Billingham did not come to a stop. Billingham goes to a B grade. How long will Sparky Anderson, Captain Hook, stick with him? I would think not too long. Here's Eddie Collins. Remember, Collins doubled into on the hit and run double. The pitch to Collins. Collins. That's a walk. Tying run will come to the plate. And you got Buck Weaver, Shoeless Joe Jackson, and Chick Gandel coming up. And that's it for Jack Billingham. Sparky Anderson motions to the pen for the right-hander, Pedro Borbon. Borbon, an angry young man. 9-5 with 5 saves, 2.95 ERA, 1.33 whip. But he'll face the lefty Buck Weaver, or the switch hitter Buck Weaver. He'll bat lefty, then the lefty, Shoeless Joe Jackson. No outs, 2 on. Bench has a word with Bourbon. Now back behind the plate. Warm-up tosses have been done. Weaver is hitless, though he was hit by a pitch. Bourbon's ready. He rocks and deals to Buck Weaver. Bucky swings the stick. That's a 17. He doubles down the left field line. Liebold scores. Eddie Collins hits third. Will they wave him? They're going to wave him. And he scores. And the White Sox pull to within 1. It's 6-5. And owner Charlie Comiskey puts his head up as Buck Weaver knocks in 2. Those are his first 2 ribbies of the series. Tying run at second. Corners playing in. They're expecting a bunt possibly, but Shoeless Joe Jackson, who's batting .333, he's going to swing the stick. The pitch to the Shoeless one. Could this drop in? It's a looper. It's going to drop in. Will Buck Weaver score? Geronimo puts a charge on it. Weaver hits third. They're going to wave him. The throw to the plate, and Bench blocks it. He's out. What a throw by Cesar Geronimo. Can Shoeless Joe Jackson advance to third? To second, excuse me. Yes, he does. But the tying run gunned out at the plate by Cesar Geronimo. Remember, Geronimo was thrown out by Happy Felch at third. Now he returns the favor, gunning down. Weaver at the plate. Oh, you can hear a pin drop here in Chicago. They thought they tied the game, but they still have a chance. Jackson moved up to second on the throw to the plate. What an unbelievable ball game. Chick Gandil will try to tie it. Felch on deck. The pitch to Chicky from Bourbon. Is it a walk? No. Full count now. Bourbon again deals to Chick Gandil. Gandil swings. Flies out to right. Jackson does not tag on the shallow fly ball to right. It's up to Happy Felch now. What a ball game. Felch 2 for 3, 2 singles and a flyout, batting .421 with 4 ribbies. He needs his 5th to tie it. Felch had 7 homers in 1919, a very good number. The pitch to the happy one. Felch with a 21, fly ball to center field, deep but not deep enough. Geronimo goes back, waits, makes the catch. The side is retired. The tying run thrown out at the plate as Geronimo guns down Bucky Weaver. And Johnny Bench applied the tag. But the White Sox get 2. They're not through just yet. Top of the 8th, 6-5. It's an epic here in Game 5 in Chicago. Dickey Kerr will try to keep it a 1-run deficit. He'll face Concepcion, possibly a pinch hitter for Bourbon, in the top of the order, Pete Rose. Kerr, the knuckleball throwing lefty, deals to Davey Concepcion, who's 1 for 3. Davey swings, bounces it to Gandil, who flips to Kerr, covering the bag, 1 down. Pedro Bourbon will not bat. It's going to be Darrell Chaney. Chaney batted .219 in 1975 with 2 homers. First at-bat of the series. Kerr deals to the right-handed batting Chaney. Swing and a miss on the flutter ball. 2 away. Top of the order, Pete Rose. He has 1 hit, 1 walk. He's 1 for 3. The pitch to Charlie Hustle. 35, and he doubles over the head of Shoeless Joe Jackson in left. That flutter ball did not flutter enough. Huge insurance run at second. But this is a lefty-lefty matchup with Griffey. Morgan on deck. He's a lefty. Schock goes out to have a word with Dickey Kerr. Now back behind the plate. White Sox, if they have any hope, must keep it a 1-run deficit. The pitch to Ken Griffey from Dickey Kerr. Fly ball deep to left. Shoeless Joe Jackson racing towards the gap, reaching out, and makes the catch, retiring the side. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Reds will send in their 3rd pitcher of the game, Will McEnany. Vukovic goes to 3rd. Rose is out as they try to protect this 1-run lead. Will it be a mistake? And Merv Redeman goes to right. And Ken Griffey is out. Jim L. has joined us here in Chicago. He says, "Go Black Sox." They almost tied it, Jim L. But the tying run, Buck Weaver, was thrown out by Cesar Geronimo at the plate. And Chicago only got 2 in the bottom of the 7th. But now we're in the bottom of the 8th. It'll be Schock, Risberg, and a pinch hitter for Kerr to face Will McEnany. 5-2 with 15 saves, 1.26 whip, 2.47 ERA in 91 innings. McEnany is a lefty. Schock a right. The pitch to Ray Schock. Schock with a 19. And he'll fly out to Geronimo in center. 19 on the 2 column is an out. Swede Risberg. The pitch to the Swede. Risberg grounds to Morgan. Morgan, will he muff it? He's had a lot of difficulty at second. Oh, he knocks it down and just flips to Perez in time for 2 outs. Morgan's been an adventure at second. Here's Dickey Kerr. Kerr actually batted .250. Kerr batted .250. Let's see what we have on the bench here. Well, we have Eddie Murphy, not that Eddie Murphy. He's a lefty. We got to go with Murphy. Eddie Murphy will pinch hit. Murphy 1 for 2 as a pinch hitter. Big moment for this seldom used player. McEnany looking for the 1-2-3 inning. Murphy's determined to take it to the top of the order. The pitch to Murphy. Murphy swings. Nubs it to the catcher. Bench calmly picks it up, fires to Perez. We go to the top of the ninth. The Reds are 3 outs away from winning this series in 5 in this best of 7. Who will pitch the ninth? Eddie Cicotte is tired. We might have to go to Cicotte, though. Eddie Cicotte's coming in. Here comes Eddie. We'll take his B grade. Probably a bad mistake on our part. The pitch to Morgan. That's a grounder to Chick Gandel. He'll make the play. Unassisted, he waved off Cicotte. 1 down. Johnny Bench, who had the 3-run homer, back in the top of the 7th at that point, gave the Reds looked to be a commanding 3-run lead. It was 6-3. Chicago came back with 2 in the bottom of the 7th with a tying run being thrown out at the plate. Geronimo threw out Bucky Weaver on the Shoeless Joe Jackson hit. Do we want to stick with Cicotte? No. It was a bad choice to go to Cicotte. Let's go back here. I mean, do we want to go to James? Well, we're going to go to James. Bill James will come in. He has control issues, so he gets an advantage because it's a righty-righty matchup. Coming out of the pen, he gets an advantage on the 5 column. The pitch from Bill James, who is 3-2 with a 2.52 ERA, 1.35 WHIP, to Johnny Bench. That ball is hit out to Shoeless Joe Jackson. Jackson racing back, leaping. He can't get there, and it's a double. As again, that's a 4. He has a 4 range. It needs to be higher. It's not. So a 1-out double for Bench, who's knocked in 8 runs, has his average up to 304. He's probably going to be MVP if the Reds win this series. Jim L. asked, Al, do you like PC replay more than Strat or Action PC? I like all of them. When I have a different itch, I play a different game. I really do like I like the presentation a lot when it comes to this compared to Strat. Because again, Strat and PC Replay Baseball are both board games brought to the PC. I know World's Worst Gamer is not a fan of Strat because they're not helping him out at all. He has issues, and their customer service leaves a lot to be desired most times. When they did the nice thing for me, I mentioned it. They forgot to send me a season, and I called. My dad had passed away, and I finally looked at my seasons. And I said, oh, wow, they shorted me a season that I paid. I called them. They did send it to me, and I was grateful for that. Didn't even question it. But for other things, they're very poor at dealing with customer service. So, I like this game a lot. I like Strat, too. I mean, I love the Strat game. Sometimes their company leaves a lot to be desired in helping out the customers. Here's the pitch to Tony Perez from James. And he's swinging on a miss as Perez chased high and in. 2 down. Foster up. Geronimo on deck. We're not going to walk Foster to get to Geronimo, who's a lefty. James needs to get this out and keep it a 1-run deficit as we go to the bottom of the 9th. As World's Worst Gamer says, Strat is dead to me for PC gaming. The pitch to Foster, trying to break this thing open. 33-line shot, sinking. Jackson coming in. He makes the catch in left. So Foster gave it a bid on the sinking liner. But Shoeless Joe Jackson makes the play. Bench stranded at second. We go to the bottom of the 9th. Last call. Last call for alcohol. At 2, you're through. Chicago needs 1 to tie, 2 to win. It's the top of the order. Liebold, Collins, and Weaver. If anyone gets on, Shoeless Joe Jackson. They must do it here. And it's Will McEnany trying to close the door on this game and in the series. Nemo Liebold 0 for 3 with a walk. McEnany's ready to work. He's a lefty against the left-handing Leibold. You know what? Leibold has struggled. Let's go to Shane O'Collins. And Shane O'Collins will pinch hit the righty. The pitch to Shane O'Collins. And he pops it up, of course, right side. Morgan makes the catch. The Reds are 2 outs away. 2 outs away from taking this series. Eddie Collins has doubled 2 in. He's also walked. Popped out to third and flew out to center. Smelly Wrestling Geek, my legal counsel, says, I like Strat Hockey, even if the changes have been minimal. PC, that is, he says. No, there's nothing wrong with their games. There's nothing. Their games are very pleasant. I'd be nice if they upgraded their graphics a little bit, but I don't even mind that. I don't mind the prices. I think they should do better on their sales and stuff, but that's them, you know. I think their customer service leaves a lot to be desired with my dealings and other people's dealings. And when they did that really nice thing for me, I said it on my channel, and I say it again. But that's far and few between. The pitch to cocky Eddie Collins. Power column, deep fly ball to left. Foster racing back, reaching up. He makes the catch, taps the wall. 2 down. Oh boy, there's going to be no joy in Mudville here. Out of the Ballpark's fun game too. I got to get back to that. As Jim L says, I'm an action PC guy, all sports. I have all the sports too. I wish they made a soccer game. That would be fun. Here's Buck Weaver. Remember Weaver, the tying run was thrown out at the plate in the bottom of the 7th by Cesar Geronimo after the White Sox had scored 2 to creep to within 1. McEnany to the last man standing. Buck Weaver, can he extend the game? The pitch to Buck. He reaches out of the zone, lifts it to right. Redeman coming in, makes the catch, and the Reds celebrate a 6-5 victory and a 4-1 series victory. And they do it on enemy territory here at Comiskey Park in Chicago. The Cincinnati Reds of 1975, the Big Red Machine, defeat the 1919 White Sox in fashion. Jack Billingham gets the win. He was 1-1 in the series as he defeats his nemesis who defeated him the first time, Lefty Williams. McEnany saves the game as the Reds take the series. Johnny Bench, player of the game, and in my opinion, Johnny Bench is the MVP. As Brandon Baker, a Reds fan, said, this one belongs to the Reds! Explanation point. How you doing, Brandon Baker, the touchdown home run maker? Jamel says, nice call, Al. Thank you very much, my friend. Jamel says, I wish Action PC would make a boxing game out. I actually asked them about that in an email one time, but they're not boxing fans. Because I love boxing games. I buy every boxing game. I love all my... I love Glory Days Boxing. I really enjoy Title Bout Championship Boxing on the PC. I really enjoy Legends of Boxing on the PC. And I enjoy Title Bout 2 on the PC. Though at times I don't understand why the control doesn't switch. But I go with it. No one's been able to explain that to me because I know the PC game has a few different factors than the board game. And I still have my old board game. The game's still similar, you know. All right, I think Johnny Bench is the MVP of the series. Let's quickly look at the box score. Heartbreaking loss as Charlie Comiskey is clutching his chest as he's screaming, they threw the series again, they threw the series again. I don't know about that, Mr. Comiskey. The Reds were just better. What I have noticed, and I do play a lot of 1919 White Sox games. You've seen them on the channel. Different games, Out of the Ballpark, Strat, PC, Strat Card and Dice. Now Replay Baseball, Action PC. Those old teams have trouble scoring runs, just like the Negro League teams. Trouble scoring runs against more modern teams. And the pitching just does not hold up in the games I've played. All right, so the Reds take the series 4-1, with an epic game. The error is costly. That unearned run comes back to haunt the White Sox. As they made 2 errors, the Reds made 1. Pete Rose, 2 for 4 with a run scored and a walk, was replaced by Vukovic at third for defensive purposes in the 9th. Ken Griffey was 0 for 5. He had a ribby on a fielder's choice. He struck out twice. He was replaced by Merv Redeman, who made the final catch and right that ended the series. Joe Morgan was 1 for 5, 2 runs scored with a strikeout. Johnny Bench, 3 for 5. His bat came alive to the sound of music. 1 run, 4 ribbies. He had a homer. He struck out once. Perez 1 for 5 with a run scored with a strikeout. Foster 1 for 5 with a K. Geronimo 2 for 3, and he threw out the tying run at the plate. He was also thrown out at third to end an inning. And he walked once. Geronimo had a good series, 474 batting average. Concepcion 1 for 4. Jack Billingham 2 for 3 with a run. Had he won 2 games, we might have given him an MVP because he batted .667 after only batting .108 in the regular season. Bourbon pitched, did not hit. Cheney, the pinch hitter, 0 for 1. He struck out. McEnany pitched, did not hit. He got the save. The Reds, 40 at-bats, 6 runs, 13 hits. Only 5 of them were earned, as they had 5 ribbies, 2 walks, 7 Ks. The White Sox, Nemo Leibold, 0 for 2 with 2 runs scored. He walked twice. Shane O'Collins, 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. He was 1 for 2 as a pinch hitter in the series. Eddie Collins knocked in 2 with a double, a hit and run double. He was 1 for 4 with 2 ribbies, a run scored, and a walk. Buck Weaver, 1 for 4. He knocked in 2. He had a run scored. Shoeless Joe Jackson ended up batting .368. He had 3 hits, knocked in 1 today in 4 at-bats. Chick Gandel, 0 for 4. He was awful. Chick Gandel, he was awful. 158 at batting average. Happy Felch, 2 for 4, batted .400. Ray Schock, 0 for 4. He only batted .118. Swede Risberg, first 2 games, bat was hot as a pistol. Then he stunk the joint out. He ended up batting .188. He was 0 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Lefty Williams, 0 for 2. He was hitless in the series, the pitcher. Wilkerson pitched, did not hit. Kerr pitched, did not hit. Pinch hitter Eddie Murphy, 0 for 1. He was 1 for 3. Ended up batting 1 for 333. Eddie Seacott pitched, did not hit. He only pitched to 1 batter. And Bill James pitched, did not hit. White Sox tried gallantly to come back 3 times, but it was a bridge too far. There was no road to Terabithia. 33 at-bats, 5 runs, only 7 hits, 5 ribbies, 4 walks, no strikeouts. World's Worst Gamer with the super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. That's quite kind of you. Greatly appreciate it. You guys don't have to do that, but it's much appreciated. Billingham, 6 innings. He gets the win. 5 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned, 4 walks, no strikeouts. Bourbon, an inning, 2 hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. McEnany pitched 2 innings, He got the save. Clean slate. Williams takes the loss. He's 1-1. He had the only Chicago victory, and that was against Billingham the first, I think that was game 2 when they beat them to tie the series. Went 6 1/3, 10 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. The error killed them in that inning. That unearned run proved the difference. Walked 2, struck out 5, gave up a 3-run homer to Johnny Bench. Wilkerson pitched a third of an inning, gave up a hit. Dickie Kerr, an inning and a third, gave up a hit, struck out 1. Eddie Seacott pitched a third of an inning. Then we went to James, who pitched 2/3, gave up a hit, but struck out a batter. The bullpen gave up nothing, but we lose 6-5. Bench was the MVP in the game, and I believe in the series. Jim L. with the super chat. Thank you very much. Again, greatly appreciated. All right, let's quickly, as the Reds win this series 3-1, let's look at stats. Okay, let's look at team stats. The leading batter was Happy Felch. He batted .400. He had a homer, 4 ribbies. Let's look at the Reds because that's where the MVP is coming from. Johnny Bench had a homer, 8 ribbies. And Bench, Geronimo batted .474, but Bench in the series, 23 at-bats, .304 average, 8 ribbies, and a homer. He's the MVP. Johnny Bench is the MVP of the series. There you have it. The Reds take the series 4-1 to the delight of Sparky Anderson. It was 1-1 after 2 games, but then the Reds won the next 3. And the game is over. Go back to schedule. Game 2 was the only victory as Williams defeated Billingham 4-2. But there you have it. 6-5. Reds take the series 4-1. I'd like to thank Jim L. Who is the MVP? Johnny Bench, Jim L. is the MVP. Once again, let's just quickly go back to the Reds. They really do a nice job with this game. You can see Johnny Bench. There's only 1 homer hit by the Reds in this series, and Bench got it. He ended up knocking in 8 runs. A huge Game 5 gives him the MVP. He also batted .304. Let's close that out. Geronimo batted .474. He was on the verge of being MVP. But you got to go with Johnny Bench. Over .300 average, knocked in 8. His homer wins Game 5. I don't want to go statistics. There we go. Okay. So Geronimo at .474. He had 3 ribbies. He threw out the tying run at the plate, but he was he was second in my opinion. So there you have it. Thank you very much to Jim L. Thank you again for the super chat. Thank you to World's Worst Gamer. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you to Smelly Wrestling Geek. Thank you for the super chat on the prior stream. Thank you to Brandon Baker, the touchdown home run maker. And thank you to Cleve Baseball Fan 879. Check out his wonderful YouTube channel. And of course, thank you to Jack Dawson. Please check out his channel also. So until next time, health and happiness. Stay safe, be smart, treat people the way you want to be treated. We will continue our next baseball. We'll continue with our Action PC as we're getting thumped. We're playing that home brew league, the Red Sox Yankees, and it goes from 1960 to 1979. That's where they picked their players from. And we're down 3-0 in the best of 7. So it looks like we're going to fall there. And we'll have T on the mound to face the Yankees. That's Action PC. But thank you very much. Greatly appreciate everyone's time. Thank you for all the super chats tonight. Jim L., World's Worst Gamer, Smelly Wrestling Geek, and Sports Time Machine, our good friend, Mr. Utah Mike. Please check out all the wonderful YouTube content creators in our community. I love you all. Stay safe. God bless. You know what's coming, folks. Till next time, and I'll see you soon. Chat with Al, maybe, in the next few days.